So we're to the best part. It's time for my auspicious op-ed. When I was young, we didn't really use the word elite much. It was the 80s, and people were not nearly as competitive or eager to be good conformist slaves like so many espouse across all communication mediums these days. Back in the day, we used its much more honest predecessor, snob, which suddenly left the mainstream vernacular by the mid 90s. A word that was viewed once as such a stain, almost exclusive of the affluent and upper middle class or professional class, was suddenly replaced with the word elite, simultaneously with a push for kids and teenagers to have no freedom and forcing everyone on a college track at the expense of freedom and our health, both mental and physical. These money hungry, slave driving cancers use intimidation, nepotism, and censorship to rebrand their desires for how the public carries on to subtly invoke socio behavioral slavery, self imposed through fear, repression, and desire to live a life denying oneself their own personal sovereignty in hopes of not being rejected by the community or society at large. These are the people who replaced recess, art, and music with more mandatory reading and silence and test preps for young K through 8 students, removed third places, and patrolled any place that older kids and teens were once permitted to socialize, raising the legal age for almost everything with an age milestone while creating and enforcing a world order where no high school graduate would ever be able to live comfortably on their own. Again, working a normal entry level job that used to provide a young adult's independence, all in the name of the perpetuation of their elitist values and forcing them on the lower, middle, and working classes of people. Yes, this is part of depopulation. This is cultural genocide. Look at where we are now after following their directions to live a life that they will tolerate us living. For the time being, since they changed their minds about what they're comfortable with us having far too often. Now we have a world where only the elite and those who are willing to do anything to become one are welcome and desired. Only workaholic slaves are wanted because the haves only want to exploit the have-nots until they can finally fully absorb what little the rest of us have managed to retain. Inflation has run rampant and civil unrest comes next. They know they have behaved as children, and their really horrid, record-breaking run of tyranny is coming to an end. The sooner we wake the others up and back it up with the receipts, what I do here on this show, the faster we can get our world back and start living a natural, holistic, healthy life far better than our ancestors had. We owe it to them to fix this. Don't ever forget that living well is the best revenge. Not this tired depopulation noise Bill Gates' grandfather even harped on about. The apple don't fall far from the tree, does it? Rotten as all hell, too. Well, that was my auspicious op-ed.